am an appellate specialist, and it's really interesting because it's not what I came out of law school planning to do. It's not what I even came to my firm planning to do, but things just over time worked out in that direction just pretty organically. I think from a very young age I liked to volunteer. My parents certainly encouraged being active in the community and giving to others, and that's really progressed with me through college and through law school. And now as a practicing lawyer, in addition to being able to do the Meals on Wheels and the soup kitchens and things like that, we have an expertise that we can lend to help people, and it's so rewarding to do that, especially for folks who are really intimidated by the legal process. And there's so much good that you can do by helping with that. So I took a case through the Rocky Mountain Children's Law Center that was up on appeal, representing foster parents who had had a child in their custody who was about 2 years old, that had him since about a month after he was born. And there was an issue of whether they should be granted permanent custody or whether custody should be with relatives of the parents. Now, the parental rights had been terminated for both the mother and the father. And there were a lot of really interesting issues in that appeal, with a decision that we thought didn't apply the correct legal standards. And at the end of the day, the Court of Appeals decided that we were right and the right standards hadn't been used. It was a case that was really close to home for me, in part because the clients were so wonderful to work with. But the child at the time, he was about 2 years old, and I had a child who was right under the age that theirs was also a boy. Also, part of the issues in the case were whether or not they would be appropriate persons to raise the child, because he was half Hispanic and my husband is Hispanic, so my kids are half Hispanic. And I thought, I'm a good mother to these kids regardless of my background. And it gave me just a little bit more personal investment perhaps in the case. I'm a few years over 40 now, and as I approach those milestones, birthdays, and the one that recently passed, I always like to look at my life and say, have I accomplished at this age what I had hoped that I would have accomplished? And I felt like I feel pretty good about what I have done. I've got a lot of growth to do still, but I'm happy that I've got 3 beautiful, healthy, and happy kids. I have a wonderful husband, and I have what has so far been a very good and a very fulfilling career.